My name is Jennifer Honeycutt, and I am 24 years old, and I live in Bonner Springs, Kansas. The first question that you asked me was the biggest complaint that I have with the way that I look, and I think that would have to be that I sort of dress boring. You can probably tell from my outfit that I'm currently wearing. I'll show it off a little bit. My head's gonna go out of frame. This is what I am wearing today, and as you can see, it's pretty safe. I don't take very many chances in the way that I dress. Unfortunately, I don't always feel confident enough to do that, and I think that my clothes kind of come across as boring. I've had people come up to me after I've done a show and say, you know, I would never think looking at you that amount of energy could come out of you, because I sort of dress like a bank teller. When did my fashion issues start? You know, I've had waves of knowing how to use fashion to my advantage. I lost about I guess it was 3 years ago, I lost about 70 to 80 pounds. It was pretty fast, and so I kind of went crazy with fashion, and I tried a bunch of new stuff, and I really took some chances. Since then, I have found some of that weight. It came in the shape of donuts, I think is where I found it. And I sort of lost that ability to try new things, and so as a result, I've sort of fallen back into the same old habits that I had with my clothes, which is, you know, play it safe. What would I change? I think that just having some interesting pieces is really a good thing for a girl to have. Clearly, I don't accessorize, and so I think accessorizing is a really important thing. My makeup it's pretty blah. I wear foundation and some white eyeshadow and eyeliner and mascara, and that's it. I typically don't wear any lipstick. And I think that just having maybe some bold colors on my face would really do quite a bit to improve my overall look. I guess having, honestly, and this sounds really simplistic, but having some pants that I can wear for shows other than just jeans would be really cool. There's a rule at the theater that I work with that you should dress cooler than what you think your audience will. How does my look hold me back? As an improviser, improvising is something that requires quite a bit of confidence to do successfully, to really be able to take some chances on stage and make some bold choices that people will remember. And I think that, I have quite a bit of confidence. I like who I am, and I think that comes across on stage, but I think that there's a certain level of confidence that's lost by what I wear, that I don't always feel completely attractive in what I wear. And I think that sometimes comes across in my stage performance, maybe not in a hugely noticeable way, but it definitely affects me. So I think that it just keeps me from making as big of decisions on stage as what I could. I'm not quite as bold as I think I could be sometimes. What am I proud of myself for achieving? I'm a really lucky person that I get to do the amount of theater that I do. I knew from a really young age that I wanted to do some kind of theater with my life. Like when I was 6, I was writing plays, and I made my sister perform them in the living room. They were all based on Brady Bunch scripts that had already been written. I did one that was the Brady Bunch visits the Grand Canyon, and I made my sister play Jan, and I played Marcia, clearly, because I was the more attractive one of the two of us at that age. So just being able to, not many people get to say that they are living the dream that they had when they were 6 years old, and I think that having that ability is, first of all, a huge blessing, and second of all, I'm really proud of persevering through a lot of naysaying and a lot of no's, because that happens at auditions and that kind of thing. So I'm really proud of that. What are my plans and dreams? I'm honestly happy right now. Like, I get to do what I love on a really consistent basis. I think the only thing that could make it possibly better is to make a living doing it. Once I have a new look, what would I feel more confident about facing? Again, I think that it is just facing an audience and facing the people that I work with would be really cool. I'd really like to walk into a room and have them say, "Wow, you look amazing." That would be a really cool thing for me. That concludes the questions that you have asked me in the email. I hope that you enjoy the B side of this tape, which will be me exploring my closet. So gear up for that. I recommend some popcorn and maybe some concessions, because it's going to be a lot of fun. Hello and welcome to my closet. This is where I keep all of my clothes, which is typically what closets are used for. I just want to kind of show you a few of just some typical outfits that I might wear for like rehearsals or shows or just around town. As you can see from my collection, I have quite a few button-up shirts. Another one. Let's see. There's yet another button-up shirt in white, so, you know, to keep it interesting. Let's see. Here is a button-up shirt, patterned, so, you know, some interest. Just throw those over there. As you can also probably see, I really enjoy a good hoodie. They're really comfortable, and you can wear them no matter what the weather is because you can layer. This is actually, I got this. This celebrates the dorm room that I lived in when I was in college because nothing makes you cooler than wearing a hoodie with the name of your dorm on it. It was an impulse buy. I bought it with money that I was supposed to use on books. Pretty cool. Let's see. Another hoodie. This hoodie is slightly too big for me, but it's very comfy for sitting in my windowsill and reading a good book sometimes. This is a sweater that I bought as part of a Halloween costume. This was part of a Halloween costume that I wore as Pam Beasley from The Office, one of my very favorite characters. And that would be fine because it looks a lot like something that Pam Beasley would wear, but since that Halloween I've started to wear it as part of my normal uniform, which is not something that you probably want to dress like. Pam is sort of, at least in previous seasons, not quite so confident, so this is not the kind of thing that I probably want to support myself wearing. Let's see. This is a skirt that I love. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit me anymore, but it's pretty cute. One of my very favorite pieces, actually. It kind of has a 1920s feel to it and a lot of personality. What else do we have? This, actually part of another Halloween costume that I started to work into my wardrobe. This was the year that I went as Wilma from the Flintstones. It's a pretty cute dress, but probably only until you're about 11 years old, and then you should stop wearing this type of thing. Let's see. This is a pair of khaki pants that, again, no longer fit me, unfortunately, but I hold on to because I still have hope that I will lose the weight again. They're pretty cute. I could wear them, you know, with a patterned top or something, but unfortunately I can't get them up over my knees pretty much at this point. Let's see. I have some fairly cute skirts. I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoy them. Unfortunately, they are not something that I can wear on stage because skirts tend to show off your lady parts when you do physical things on stage. Skirts are kind of out of the question, but these are fun for around town. This is actually one of my favorites. Let's take a look. This reminds me somewhat of Alice in Wonderland. I think that I might have a childhood dressing like a child complex because, well, it's cute. Probably something that an 8-year-old would wear. What else do we have? Barbie pink. I never wear that one anymore. And this is another one that doesn't fit me anymore, but I like it, so I keep it around. Oh, let's see. My beloved jeans. The same pair that I'm wearing, but in a, you know, different variety. They're clean. These ones are not at this point. Oh look, another button-up shirt. Who would have guessed? This, I don't even know what this, oh, this is a swim cover-up. In case I'm at the beach and want to wear a black swim cover-up. Let's see. Catholic schoolgirl skirt that no longer fits me, and thank goodness because it's hideous. And I have a collection of gray pants. These are meant for business meetings, which I go to very, very few of as an improviser, but I used to work in the banking industry, so they were useful then. There's plenty more in here, mostly pajamas, unfortunately. This is a black dress that will be great if I'm ever required to attend a very, very dark funeral. This is a skirt that doesn't fit. Most of the stuff just doesn't fit. I mean, that's one of my main issues, is just finding stuff that fits me and looks good, because I have sort of a new body type now, and don't always know how to dress it at this point. That, I believe, concludes the tour of the closet. there we go. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and I hope that you will consider me for your show, because I think you guys could really help me